important week for the Pacers.
Well, you know, when you get down to playoff, and in this case, play-in time, yeah, it's very important. And you're also playing a team you may see, and you need to show them that you can beat them. You beat them at home, you get another opportunity to play them again, and that's the opportunity that you want to be prepared for. And tonight is the start, for all practical purposes, the play-in and the playoffs.
The Pacers clinched a road-winning record on Saturday night in historic fashion. 152 points, an NBA franchise record, and they were led by the guy who returned to the lineup in Domantas Sabonis.
Well, you know, having him back in the lineup is just huge, Chris. I mean, Domas brings so much to the game. We talked about him as a connector with his ability to get people the ball if you draw the double team. The strength to get on the inside. You know, getting easy buckets is something that you always hear from Coach Bjorgren. But I think it's his aggressiveness on defense that was really important. So his teammates could understand that's the kind of effort that they were going to have to play with if they want to have success in that game and going forward. But you've got to be tough going into playoff time. And that's what Domas brings to the game.
His 7th triple-double of the year, his 11th of the career. He had a double-double in the first half. 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. The 14 assists, a career high. The Pacers also got a great contribution from his teammate Doug McDermott, who matched his career high with 31 on Saturday night. Jeremiah Johnson, Eddie Gill will take a look back, and we'll look forward. Pacers and the Wizards tonight on Bally Sports.
You are watching Bally Sports. Pacers basketball is brought to you by Andy Moore Automotive, where more means more. By Gainbridge, a digital platform empowering you to grow your savings. Visit Gainbridge.life. And by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood. There are a number of best ever team performances, and the win against Oklahoma City on Saturday. Doug McDermott had himself a game as well, tying a career high with 31 points. Also made 6 3-pointers. He took full advantage of the starting assignment, and he also enjoyed playing alongside Domantas Sabonis. Eddie Gill is with me one final time. Prior to tip-off, Domas was the star with his first half triple-double, but Doug was a nice supporting actor.
There's no question about it. When you can get that type of scoring production from Doug McDermott, you will take it every single night. He's done a great job throughout this season of getting to the basket and scoring at the rim. On this particular night, he was able to knock down the 3-ball as well. With Malcolm Brogdon being out, you want to see some additional scoring, being able to pick that up from somewhere. You'll take every little bit you can get. Doug McDermott has been shooting the basketball very efficiently.
Doug McDermott has come off the bench for much of the season, but he thrived in the starting assignment on Saturday. You see, just 27 minutes, so these numbers are without even playing in the fourth quarter. Doug was not needed in the fourth against OKC. He will likely be needed in the fourth tonight as the Pacers take on the Washington Wizards for the second of 3 meetings this regular season. First of 2 this week against Washington. We've got starting lineups and the tip-off from Washington, D.C. after the break on Bally Sports.
These two teams played back on March 29th in D.C. 132-124 was the win for Washington. And Quinn, Russell Westbrook, he had one of his 31 triple-doubles that night.
He is just a load. I mean, he comes every night with energy in all aspects of the ball. Very difficult to cover, particularly if he's knocking down that three-point shot because he takes it to the rim. He finds his teammate. He inspires his teammates.
And he did it without Bradley Beal, as our Coors Light beating the pressure that night is numbers 35, 14, and 21. The 21 assists, a season high. Westbrook has had a triple-double in 17 of his last 20 games. Good news again for the Pacers. Domantas Sabonis back for a second consecutive game, but the Pacers' injuries stay consistent. Jeremy Lamb, Miles Turner, Goga Bitadze all out. So too is Malcolm Brogdon. He'll miss his second straight game with a right hamstring strain. So the Pacers have the same 5 that started on Saturday night in Oklahoma City.
This is the guy that I worry about, Bradley Beal. I know that Russell Westbrook is a load, but Bradley Beal is the leading scorer in the league, so you know at some point he can get it going. I want to see Karis LeVert and his teammates make Beal work on both ends.
Yeah, Beal, 31 points per game. He and Steph Curry going after it for the scoring lead in the NBA. And that's a basket and a foul early on for Sabonis.
Alex Len is He's big enough, he's strong enough, but just much more will on the part of Sabonis. You can see pull him on the shoulder as Sabonis was putting the shot up. Therefore, there's a foul.
Quinn, you and I talked about it on Saturday night that you hate to have Sabonis sidelined, but missing those 6 games, there was a freshness that he had.
No, he had a lot of bounce to him. There's no question about it. And I'm sure the training staff did a good job in making sure that he stays fresh as much as possible.
That rebound is tipped out. Raul Neto is in the starting lineup. They start 3 guards tonight as Hashimura misses. And Westbrook, who is top 5 in the league in rebounds, gets it.
Whoever's got Westbrook, their number one responsibility after you keep him from scoring is keep him off the glass.
Here's Sabonis inside on Len, and he has his second field goal. When these teams played the last time, not only did Westbrook have a 30-point game, so too did Sabonis. He had 35 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. Hashimura with a left hand off the rim. Sabonis the rebound.
Hey, you're going to get a good shot. Sabonis sets that screen. You're going to get a good shot. Good to see LeVert get into it early.
He's now hit 10 of his last 16 from three-point range. LeVert had 25 on Saturday. He had 36 on Thursday against his former Brooklyn Nets teammates, and Len has his second field goal.
Yeah, but I also think in that second field goal, Chris, what we're looking at, they're going to try to find a way to expose Sabonis to some fouls. Len somehow gets that ball, and great effort to get back by McDermott to not allow an easy hoop.
And so free throws now for Washington for Alex Len.
I would rather see somebody else foul other than McDermott under the circumstances. Brissett makes a bad decision to go after that. But at that point, the only thing you can do is try to make Len shoot foul shots.
8th year out of Maryland, native of Ukraine. He started the year in Toronto, and as a part of their rotation of 3 different centers, they will use Len, they'll use veteran Robin Lopez, and Scott Brooks, the head coach, also has a good young player they got in a trade from Chicago, Daniel Gafford. So with those 3, they can create some problems.
Well, they create problems. That's why they have to use 3 of them. They're a little bit different. Ooh, pink chip. They're a little bit different, but they definitely create problems.
And LeVert missed that time, but an offensive rebound. Brissett for 3 is McDermott, and it's off.
Transition is critical. You've got to wall off Westbrook.
Westbrook goes inside and has his first 2. Pacers led by 5 straight now by Washington. McDermott challenging Len, but it's too strong. And now Beal in transition. This is the 5th time they've used this starting lineup, and Hashimura, it's a 7-0 run for Washington. Rui Hashimura, 13.5 points per game. Played at Gonzaga like Sabonis, who spins against Len and has his 3rd field goal.
Gets in that paint and just too much strength for Len in there.
When the last time these teams played, and again, Beal was not there, but Washington had 74 points in the paint.
Well, that's because they get, that's a good foul there, but because when you have guys that can get in the paint or break you down, you get opportunities to score there. Sabonis is able to get that. Len is in position, and just too much strength on the part of Sabonis. Another good decision by Sumner to not let Len get an easy basket.
60% free throw shooter is Len. He just made 1 of 2, and we mentioned the 3 centers. Len, in their last game on Saturday, a 1-point loss in Dallas. He started, played the first 4 minutes plus, never returned. They used Gafford and Lopez, but then 2 games ago he had 18 points. So
it depends on the matchup, partner. I mean, I know that's what you were getting to. It depends on the matchup, that whether he's on the floor or not. Gafford is probably more of, if you will, the modern era 5, because he can do many more things which you want in your 5. That's why Sabonis is so valuable, because he's skilled in doing multiple things.
Sabonis works on Len again. He's already got a foul. Now Brissett.
Got to watch shot clock here.
With a